This is the Sony a3000, an APS-C E-mount mirrorless camera that looks like a DSLR. It was released in 2012, but compared to something like the a5000, it has a much nicer grip, an electronic viewfinder, and also a multi-interface shoe to attach a microphone or a flash. However, this camera is already very old, so how good is this camera today? Well, when we take a look at the build quality, it feels decent, but also a little bit plasticky. It doesn't feel like a very high-end camera, but it also wasn't one when it was released. But you do have this nice grip here on the side, and I feel like this is just so much comfortable than a lot of other cameras. I actually prefer this grip over something like the ZV-E10 grip. And you also have a nice dial on the top, so you can change between aperture priority, shutter priority, and also fully manual mode. And what is nice is that it has the modern E-mount system, so you can attach almost any Sony lens on here. So for example this 16 to 50mm kit lens, but if you want to, you can also attach, for example, an f1.8 lens on here if you want more background blur. What is also nice is that it has the flash, so if you want to take a nice bright picture, then you can use the flash. And here you have this power button on the side. And as you can see, it is a pretty compact camera and it has a 20 megapixel sensor. When we take a look at the actual photo quality of the a3000, even today the photos still can look very nice, but that is when there is enough lighting. So in daylight the pictures look great, but then once it gets a little bit darker, it definitely struggles. So this is not a low light camera. It's not great in low light at all. And it is also using the older Sony menu system, so it is already pretty outdated. And another downside is the screen here on the back. It is fixed in position, so you cannot flip it forwards or backwards. It is fixed at one angle. And I find that really annoying. And also the autofocus is a contrast detect based autofocus system. So that means it isn't great when you want to get very fast autofocus, because obviously it's already an older camera. And that also means that the older Sony color science is still here. So when you take a look at the photo quality, it still looks pretty nice, but the colors may not be completely accurate. And when you are shooting fast moving objects, you don't have the best autofocus performance. Also, even though it does have a viewfinder, I do find it to be pretty low quality, but having a viewfinder is much nicer than having no viewfinder at all. But this camera does give you a nice grip and a nice 20 megapixel image with an APS-C sized sensor. Here on the side you can see you have an SD card slot and also a micro USB port for the charging. And there is no headphone jack on here, so if you want to record audio, then you need to do that through the internal microphones, which don't sound great, or you can attach a shotgun microphone on, for example, this multi-interface shoe here. So here's a quick video test using the Sony a3000 with the 16 to 50mm kit lens. The stabilization is on standard and I'm using the internal microphone. And this is the video quality. The a3000 is obviously an older camera, so that means the autofocus is probably going to be very bad. I'm not sure if it focuses correctly. So it's on aperture priority, and what you're hearing right now is the internal microphone, but let's switch to this shotgun microphone that you can attach on the top of the camera. So what you are hearing right now is the shotgun microphone connected to the Sony a3000. I'm still using the 16 to 50mm kit lens with f3.5 aperture priority. But this is definitely a camera meant for photos, because even though the photo quality does look very nice, the video quality isn't that amazing. And that is because it's using older technology, obviously. So you can definitely notice that when shooting video, it doesn't look great. It isn't extremely sharp. The autofocus is also not that amazing, and you don't have a flip screen for vlogging. So this is not the best for video. So should you get this a3000 today? Well, if you can find one for a very cheap price, then maybe it's still worth picking up, because you do have the nice APS-C sized sensor where you can get different lenses for it, and the photo quality is still nice. But this is not a professional camera and it's also not meant for video. But what do you think of the Sony a3000? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching.